up in the slot to the left. And on first down from the 26-yard line, it's Kosar. Right to the air, throwing complete, and close to a first down, Reggie Langhorne. And he has the first down. And Brennan goes in motion. Off the play fake to Dickey. Kosar throws. Nice catch by Kevin Mack. Back to the 30, to the 20, and the last man gets him at the 15-yard line. Kevin Mack ridden down by Blackwood. Kosar. Catch made at the 10 by Webster Slaughter. And Webster Slaughter hit by Mark Brown. And it's Brown who comes up with it. Will give us the call.
According to the new fumble rule, if the offensive team fumbles the ball out of bounds through the end zone, the ball belongs to the defensive team. First down where they fumble the ball.
It would have come out to the 20-yard line instead from the 4. Marino gives the ball to Hampton, and he won't give them any extra breathing room as he is stopped at the 2.5 by Chip Banks, number 56.
Chip Banks missed all of training camp. Free safety.
Now Duper and Moore wide left, Pruitt and Clayton wide to the right, and they give it to Tony Nathan, the sole running back, to try to give them some breathing room and create some space for Reggie Roby. Sam Clancy, 91, makes the tackle, and in comes Roby to punt. How slithery a stray ice cube was on the table. It reminded him of McNeil, and McNeil has reminded a few opposing special teams of a slithery returner, but not here on a booming punt. That's fair caught after a 49-yard kick by Roby. First and 10, and with Ozzie Newsome in motion, they'll throw their 5th consecutive pass, and it's complete at the 42 for a first down. And in the middle of the pile is Reggie Langhorne, number 88. Brennan in motion from the 42-yard line. And on a roll, another pass to Newsome. And he has a first down. 31-yard line. Mack and Dickey, the running backs. And on 2nd and 8, Kosar flips it out, and it's complete to Kevin Mack, and he takes it to the 15-yard line. And the Browns moving again as easily as they did on that first drive, which ended on Slaughter's fumble through the end zone. On 3rd and 10. Reggie Langhorne in the slot. Slaughter outside him, and the pass intended for Slaughter as Kozlowski forced Kosar to get rid of it in a hurry on the blitz. Bar, 32-yard field goal attempt. And the kick is good. So at least they come up with 3. We played less than half the first quarter. 7:53 to go in the period. The Browns have already run up over 100 yards in total offense, and yet have settled for only 3. 3-0 Cleveland. 2 good drives, but only 3 points thus far from the 11. Kosar to throw. Newsome to the 35-yard line.
We had an ankle injury, then he had a shoulder injury, comes off the line of scrimmage, and no one does it better, and no one's been doing it better for a lot of years, particularly at the tight end position. Newsome comes down with it.
Brennan in motion from the 36. Dickey looking for room, slithering to the outside, turns it into a good gain to the 40, to the 30, and finally run down at the 17-yard line.
Infante, the new offensive coordinator.
2nd and 7. Newsome in motion. Kosar protected well again. Throws complete to Dickey, and Dickey is run out of bounds at about the 2. 3rd and goal. Kosar fires incomplete, intended for Newsome, who was there. Bernie rifled it, and he had to get rid of it because Bud Brown was blitzing from his safety spot. And on that one, he really rifled it. Meanwhile, Barr, a 19-yard field goal attempt is good. And for Miami, somebody has to be fingering some beads because they've given up almost 200 yards, or in other words, an 800-yard pace here tonight, and they're only down 6-0. Barr's kick. Ellis, who recently was in the Canadian Football League, to the 30. and out to the 42-yard line. So a nice run back by Craig Ellis, and Miami has it near midfield. And Hampton are the running backs, and they both go into the pattern, and Marino fires complete at the 37-yard line to Mark Duper for a first down. First down with Clayton in motion, and Hampton gives it to Clayton on a reverse. 30, inside the 20, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Davenport. He gets to the 9-yard line, and it will be 3rd down 4.
And Matt Moore.
3rd and 4 just before the gun. Lofted for the end zone, incomplete.
It was Dixon and
Illegal
Duper
contact, number 29 defense.
against
5-yard
Duper.
penalty, automatic first down.
Second and goal, Miami, as we start the second quarter from the Cleveland 5-yard line. And it's Davenport who gets to the 3.
Opposite sides of the field trying to spread that defense, get single coverage. Marino will try and read it, find the man that will be alone in single coverage.
He keeps Nathan in and sends him into the pass pattern, and it's incomplete. Intended for Mark Cooper. The coverage by Hanford Dixon, and so Miami's drive has been aborted, and they hope to settle for 3.
Out of the middle of the field, and Dixon and Minifield are 2 of the best in the game.
Fuad Reveiz, and Miami is the only team that has missed more field goal attempts than Nathan, but he can hardly miss from here, and this one goes through. 20-yard field goal by Fuad Reveiz, and it's Cleveland 6, Miami 3, early in the second quarter. Like it was a sieve. Clarence Weathers is in the game, and that's he who takes the pass at the 17, and he's run out of bounds outside the 20. Fake to Mack, throw to Dickey, and he's run out of bounds at the 32-yard line by Glenn Blackwood, whose brother Lyle is hurt, and Lyle's career may be over. Kosar, 3-man rush, applies no pressure, and Fontenot makes the catch at the 35 of the Dolphins. So the Dolphins dropped 8, rushed 3-yard gain.
Give the gain to the offensive line. What a masterful job they did for Kosar. He just stood back there, picked one out. Fontenot, who came with a big catch a week ago against Indianapolis, gets another one. He is a former wide receiver.
Brennan comes wide to the right with Fontenot in the backfield. Fontenot stays in the block, and Kosar sets up and looks over the middle to the 25 to Newsome. And Ozzie holds on and has the first down. Yard line. Kosar to Dickey, fighting to the 16. Short of the first down by a yard or so. Stopped by Blackwood. And Pazzulli is the fullback. The mini refrigerator Pazzulli, and on an end around, it's Holt. First down, and Holt is in for the touchdown.
Fine call. They stayed in that huddle a long time, talking something over. And they all the way. Holt coming around on the reverse. We'll look at it from the reverse angle. You see it beautifully. Everyone went for the dive back. Kevin Mack, and here comes Holt. Takes it into the end zone, just catching the corner. And the Browns do it on 3rd and short. Of the kind of a play, particularly when you have confidence that you can move the football just about at will. It's one of the advantages of being able to dominate offensively, even though you...
2nd and 10, Miami from the 18-yard line. Hampton stopped immediately, and that's Pazzulli, who's been playing very well in recent weeks. He's really done a job in the middle for Cleveland.
That 4-down line, that employs Pazzulli as a defensive tackle, where he has been outstanding.
And with 4 wideouts going into the pattern on 3rd and 11, it's caught by Clayton. A nice catch, and he picks up the first down out of bounds at the 32-yard line.
The play at the line of scrimmage.
1st and 10 from the 31. Under pressure. Scrambling and sliding, and stays in bounds as he goes down near the 37-yard line.
He does.
2nd and 5 from the 36-yard line. The inside handoff, Davenport. and he's out to the 42, and that's a first down.
Several weeks, and very effectively.
Marino rolling a la against the Bears last year, and throws complete to the 50-yard line to Clayton, who runs east-west and then north-south to the 40 and out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
At it again. Marino with a little rollout, a little pocket moving with him, giving protection. There's Larry Lee, 66, right out in front of him, along with Stevenson. Comes to Clayton. Now he sprints back across the field. He has great acceleration. Gets away from a diving attempt there by Hanford Dixon. Finally runs out of gas, but gets the first down near the
Cleveland on top, 13-3. Marino, and complete at the 25-yard line, and a nice catch by Hardy, the tight end. And 10 from the 25. Marino going deep. Touchdown to Duper. So Cleveland goes to the dime defense, and it isn't worth 10 cents. Touchdown, Miami.
When you do that, Marino will put it in there on a rope. There he is, just runs right by him. He has that great acceleration, just like Clayton on the other side. And Marino
won to go in the half. It is Duper, a man who was shut out last year in the playoff game between these two teams. Clayton and Duper to one catch, that by his opposite number.
Again, good blocking for Marino, and Duper with his 6th touchdown catch to get Miami very close.
Kosar completing passes nearly at will. Newsome was well covered, but he drills it in there. Brennan in motion on 2nd and 2. Mack, nice move, read it right, exploited the hole, and turns it into a nice little gain after the 42 and a first down. Mark Brown from the 42. Kosar, Newsome, first down. Gets to the 45 of the Dolphins. Here, first down, Cleveland from the 45. Kosar has to step up and drop it off and hits Mack. And Mack has a first down if they give him progress inside the 35, which they do. 5-yard line. Kosar right over the middle, and that's complete. And inside the 25-yard line is Newsome, his 6th catch of the night, and a first down. And the clock keeps moving, and again they have a pair of timeouts left. Kosar juggles, and Langhorne makes the catch somehow, some way. Now. And Kosar has it tipped incomplete. Throwing out in the flat for Fontenot. On 2nd and goal, Kosar, who had pointed, flag goes down, and Langhorne and Judson got tangled up, and the Dolphins feel it should very much be against the Browns. Langhorne in motion, Kosar to throw it, and that's incomplete, but it stops the clock with 12 seconds. Brennan covered by Blackwood.
Another thing it does also, it shows you the faith that Marty Schottenheimer has in young Bernie Kosar.
Oh, Langhorne in motion again. Kosar lofting it, incomplete. Intended for Langhorne. Third down, 9 seconds now. Brennan in motion. And on 3rd and goal, Kosar throwing, incomplete. Intended for Fontenot in 3 seconds, and now Barr has to come in.
He had 3 shots at it, though, and he didn't mess it up. They'll get their 3 points, or they certainly should.
Up and down the field and running up a massive total in terms of yardage, but held to just 1 touchdown.
It's going to look like the national debt when they get through with it, but the points won't.
Barr, 18-yard field goal, good. And Cleveland at the half, as time has run out, leads Miami by a score of 16-10. And we'll return to Cleveland after this word and a message from your local station. 1st and 10 Cleveland. Start the second half from the 30-yard line. Pass to Dickey, who is the man in motion, and Dickey gets to the 37-yard line. So Kosar picking up just where he leaves off. And 3. Fake draw. Kosar throws. First down. And out of bounds, and he nearly escaped, but he was out of bounds at the 47. Clarence Weathers flips its mark for most yardage in a game this season. Kosar over the middle, complete to the 33-yard line to Newsome again.
He's like a surgeon.
Playing a running game. All throwing. 2nd and 10. Mack breaks a couple of tackles and turns a 3 or 4 yard gain into something a little bit more as he gets it down to the 29-yard line. George Little makes the tackle. Again. On 3rd and 5. And incomplete. So good coverage that time, as Brennan was the intended receiver, and Renee Thompson, a rookie out of Baylor, was right there with him, and thus Barr comes in to attempt a field goal from the 36. So a 46-yarder.
Well, with his range, he's 15 of 18 on the year. He's hit for 52 yards out.
46-yard attempt and a little shovel, and that doesn't work. As Gossett was the holder, and he tried to shovel the ball, and Mike Charles broke the play up. So a little trickery and deceit gets Cleveland nowhere, and Miami takes over with 12:16 to go in the 3rd. And down he goes at the 36, and that'll be the first sack of the game. And it's credited to Doug Betters.
Multiple injuries.
2nd and 11 from the 23. Marino dumps it over the middle. Davenport. And he fumbles the ball at the 30-yard line.
Cleveland's there.
No signal yet.
Oh.
Minifield comes away with the football, and now the signal to make it official. Chip Banks with the pop.
Still digging to see who had it. Let's take a look at it again. Davenport looks upfield. Banks is there, and there's a tremendous hit by Minifield. As Banks made the tackle, Minifield found the ball right in front of him, eased out of the pile, and
Langhorne in motion from the 30-yard line. Dickey gets about 6 to the 24. Glenn Blackwood tripped him up. 4. Kosar escapes blindside pressure and hits Brennan. Takes it to the 13-yard line. Over the middle. Langhorne in motion on first down from the 13. Dickey, 10-5, touchdown.
They've been bending and bending and stretching and stretching. They just broke.
Smiles.
I'll tell you, this was so wide open that even Curtis Dickey was shocked. He usually stutter steps a little bit. He saw it there. Great block by Reason coming back. An easy touchdown for Curtis Dickey.
Marino is 12 out of 20 for 157. And now he's 13 of 21 and a first down. Bruce Hardy, the tight end, in a gain of 13 out to the 31-yard line.
It's going to be tough, as you said, Al, for Al Gross to get that job back.
Pruitt goes in motion on 3rd and 10. And Marino throws complete. He has Duper, and Duper tries for the first down, and I believe he does have it.
He lost on the Dolphins very long either.
And that's picked off at the 42 by Matthews. And thus, even though they were depleted in the secondary, the defense does the job as Matthews, the linebacker, goes back to pick off Marino. First down, Cleveland from the 47. And even with 2 wide receivers on the bench, they still go to the air. And Langhorne makes the catch and fights to the 46-yard line for a gain of 7. 2:17 to play, 3rd period. Cleveland on top, 23-10.
35 receptions.
3rd down and 4 from the 47, and Fontenot first down inside the 40, and Fontenot to the 30-yard line. And so with the flow going the other way to the right side, the Browns run it back to the left, and Fontenot picks up the first. Off. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Kosar over the middle to Dickey. To the 22-yard line goes Curtis for a 9-yard gain. Period for Cleveland at the Miami 21-yard line. And it's Mack picking his way for a first down to the 15.
And a defense, Al, that we knew was more than suspect is now just being shredded.
Dickey run out of bounds at the 9-yard line. 2nd and 4. Jackie Shipp and Bud Brown.
That's a couple of other players, and the defense has just fallen apart.
On 3rd and 3, it's Fontenot carrying for a first down as he takes it to the 4. And Frank talking about Fontenot, the versatile one. He played for Kurt Schottenheimer, an assistant coach at LSU, and if the name is familiar, that's Marty's brother. So
to get Hugh Green, they gave away a number 2 pick to get him.
Mack, flag thrown. He's in momentarily for the score, but let's see about the call. Tells us
Holding, 81 offense, 10-yard penalty, will replay the down.
Harry Holt, well, he's been involved in everything tonight. He has scored a touchdown and cost them one. Langhorne in motion. Kosar throwing. Langhorne takes it to the 6. What? Dumped off for a touchdown. Mack.
When you're hot, you're hot.
And now Kosar is being told he's been in the grass. According to Barth, what grass?
They do it to protect them.
I got to see
that was
this.
quick. Here it is again. Kosar in a lot of trouble. Again, he's not pretty, but somehow you don't get him down. He was like this in Miami. He moves around back there. He's not quick. Pulls it down, and he's always able to get the football loose somewhere. That's
Say what?
Offendahl, who had some kind of a grasp. It was a brief one, to say the least.
Down and goal. Bad call. Fontenot to the 4. Funny how Cleveland has self-destructed so often tonight on their way into the end zone. Asset holding, 21-yard field goal. And the kick is good.
That does put them beyond 2 touchdowns, however, and they can breathe a little sigh of relief. Duper and Clayton and Marino are still out there.
Bernie Kosar, look at that, 366 yards, and he may be on the verge of some history. 80 400-yard passing games in NFL history. 80. But never one in which the quarterback did not throw a touchdown pass. He's on his way to Cincinnati. Cleveland will really be in great shape if they win this one. Marino from the 34 hits Tony Nathan. And Nathan, who's been relatively silent tonight, takes it out to the 46-yard line. Ray Ellis. Offense, which they have to do with 9:50 to go because they're down by more than 2 TDs. And the pass is caught by Clayton, and he takes it to the 35-yard line.
This is his 17th year there.
3rd and 5, and Marino going deep and looks for Pruitt, and incomplete. And Pruitt looks for a flag and doesn't get it. Wrapped up by Dede Hoggers.
Matt Moore, number 89, with a single coverage.
And Marino throws an incomplete on a curious pass anyway, because had Moore made the catch, he wouldn't have had the first down. Mark Harper was right there with him. So catch or no catch, they wouldn't have gotten the first.
Good read by Marino, and you're right, Nat Moore didn't take it up far enough, and good coverage by Mark Harper. Down in Miami.
3rd and 7 from the 38-yard line as Kosar throws complete. Brennan makes the catch and picks up the first down.
A defense that is one of the weakest we've seen this year.
3rd down and 12, and Kosar to throw. And to Fontenot, but he gets it to only the 46-yard line, so he's shy of the first down.
One quite confident that they'll be able to pick it up.
Miami's trying to give it to him.
Oh, that's good.
Encroachment, number 71 defense.
Yep, they gave it to him. Doesn't that figure? Boy, that's all Shula needed. That's all he needed.
Skin team tied with the Giants in the NFC East.
3rd and 5, and Kevin Mack gets the first down. And Kosar may have just gone over the 400-yard mark. We're going to get the official reading in a minute. Remember, he's trying to become the first quarterback in history. Well, not trying, but he would be. He would be the first in history to gain more than 400 yards in the air and not throw a touchdown pass. And by the Eagles, everybody was waved in training camp by the Eagles.
But he would have waved himself if he could. In those days.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down and 11, Dickey takes it to the 12-yard line. And it will be 4th down. 4th and about 5. Denver. And with Gossett holding, Barr has this one blocked. And so Cockcroft can breathe a sigh of relief. Betters blocks it.
But Clayton's inside.
And Marino out of the shotgun. Throwing, and that's complete. And Tony Nathan takes the ball out to the 34-yard line. They have the AFC Central. And Marino to Duper. And all this does is looks good on the stat sheet. Fascinating note when you think about it.
Like I said earlier, hard to do.
Hayden first time. Clayton. And he has a first down at the 41.
Figure somewhere along the line, if you throw for 400 yards, somebody's going to fall into the end zone. Here for the defensive unit of the Dolphins.
2nd and 10 as Marino hits Duper. And then Duper tries to lateral it off to Nathan, and he goes out of bounds. Flag thrown. And it's Clayton, and he gets in for a touchdown. Clayton goes in. There was a flag. I believe one of the Browns had jumped offside. Going to be a 9-point game, and it could have been a 30-point game. Blocked, and then it hits the upright. And for Miami, I suppose it should end like that, right? Marino winds up 22 of 39 for 294. 2 touchdowns, but Kosar has the night of his pro life.
There'll be more.
And Cleveland is now 7-3, and with a much softer schedule than Cincinnati and a 1-game lead in the AFC Central. And for Don Shula, the type of season he has rarely, if ever, experienced.